This is something my husband and I spend quite a bit of time talking about. It's about old school parenting versus new school parenting. It's very different things. Nanny Robina is here, and we're going to ask some questions. Things have changed a lot, have evolved a lot over the years when it comes to parenting, and so we thought we'd throw it out to the audience. Let's ask a few questions, because I like to do a bit of a mix. I kind of like old school parenting, but this is the first question I'll throw out, and you guys be honest, okay? I don't play with my kids. Do you agree? Yes or no? No, I don't play with my kids. What do you think, Robina?
Well, I think, you know what, you're all wrong. No.
It's not even right or wrong.
There
it's
is
more
no
how
right or
you
wrong,
see
and I
it.
truly do believe it depends on the individual and how you decide to parent. I'm not here to say you're right or wrong at all. However, I do think you can play with your children too much. Because what I do find, and I've been in company where this has happened, is the mom's right in the face, and then they go from the face to the iPad, and then they're back to mom. You need to step away and let them get creative with their own imagination sometimes. And you need to know it is okay not to play with your children 24/7. You're not their toy. Okay, you are not there. They need to figure, if they're bored, I'm going to turn around and say, go figure out to become unbored. It's up to them to go and find it, not you.
I tend to agree.
Yeah.
I like to play a little bit. Like, I got right back into Lego when I had to with the kids. And I like the fact that there is some time now. I have the luxury of having a bit of time to play board games with them and Uno with them. But I don't want to be the cruise director in this relationship. I don't want to be like, everyone meet me at the shuffleboard table.
Yeah.
Now let's go and do table tennis. Like, no.
And you play with them too much. You have no time for yourself because they come to expect it very fast.
There's only so many hours in a day, so I tend to kind of agree with the audience there. Okay, the second question. Kids should have chores. Do you agree? Yes or no? They say absolutely yes, kids should have chores. What do you think?
I'm really shocked, actually.
Really?
You know what? It's funny because I truly do believe children should have chores also.
Yeah.
I don't always see children doing the chores. So
Okay.
you might say yes, but how many of you really, really push and implement your yes out there?
Yeah. Well, we had to do the chores growing up.
I find parents pick
That's
up
a big yes.
Yeah. I find parents pick up a lot after the kids. Now, one of the things that I've noticed as a nanny, and if you've never hired a nanny, let me tell you, we are there as a nanny, not your blooming housekeeper. And you know what? The children, I do want the children to come in and do their share.
Yeah.
Right? So I will always encourage the children. But what I have learned is some of those children that I was a nanny to, yes, they were encouraged to do chores.
Yeah.
They left and went to college, and I know for a fact that even at this time, they don't know how to use a washing machine, and they do not know how to separate black and white, sort of black and white wash.
Yeah.
The reason I know that is because I'm still looking after the youngest child, and I come across a whole bunch of grey stuff that should be white. So I know that, you know, so you might think that, are they learning from it? I think the best thing is, you know what, you incorporate it into your everyday life, because at least you can say, I did what I needed to do as a parent.
Yeah.
And if they take it and use it, great. If they don't, you did it.
Yeah, and I think
know?
also the thing about chores is maybe they're always going to be terrible at laundry or vacuuming or dusting, but for me it's the routine.
Yes.
So I want everyone to get into the routine of knowing you don't just come in and throw your jacket on the ground, you put it up, you put your backpack in a certain place, you take your lunch containers out, you put them in the sink, you start making your lunch, you get your homework out, your pencils there. Like, I like the routine of it, and so you're right, maybe they're going to be useless, but they have the discipline of doing a routine. Maybe they'll get another skill out of it.
You know what I told you? I'm one of 4 girls, and we're all completely different. I have one that will polish the mantle, and the mantle's the only thing that ever looks clean in her house.
Right.
Because it never goes any further.
Yeah.
On the other side, I have sisters that are super sterile. So, you know, we're all very different.
Okay, the next question. We aren't their friends. Do you agree? Yes or no? We aren't their friends. Yes or no? Yes, we're kind of their friends. No, we're not their friends. It's a little bit of half and half.
Yeah, that's a half and half there.
About half and half.
No.
No to no, we're not their friends. No, she's saying. What do you think?
I think parenting has changed a lot today. I can honestly say there were issues that arose in my own life I didn't feel I could talk to my mother about, you know. I didn't want to talk to my mom about sex. I didn't want to talk to my mom about the contraception pill. I never had that kind of relationship with her. Moving forward, I wish I had. I don't think my sisters have that relationship with their children. for the most part.
They don't have the relationship where they'd be open?
No, because their children come to me. Because I'm the auntie without the children.
Yeah.
And they'll come to me and say, this is what I want you to tell mom.
Yeah.
So I know that they don't have that relationship. I think I'd like to see that change.
Yeah.
So although you're not their friend, I think there's a fine line between friend and parenting where you still want your kids to come.
Right.
And you may have to bend that rule a little bit so there's a part of you that is a friend, but there is a line as to where.
Yeah, I wouldn't call myself their friends either, but I would say there's a lot more information being communicated to me than I ever communicated to my parents.
Well, that's great parenting.
Even just using the right words for your genitalia. Like, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
But they will be very open about if any issues are happening, and I like that. Like, I want to keep that going. This will be our last one. Kids shouldn't be allowed to quit something they've started. Do you agree? Yes or no? Kids should not be allowed to quit something they have started. Do you agree? Yes or no? Some are saying yes, a lot of undecided. Put those high up in the air. No, they shouldn't be allowed. Yes, they should be allowed.
So is it like 50-50?
No, you meant the other thing? Maybe they all agree, actually. I don't know. You're saying they shouldn't be allowed.
I was going to say, so we're talking about like if they started like, a hockey for a season.
Yeah.
And
then they're like, I don't want to go.
Yeah, and they don't want to go.
What do you think?
Back in the day, it doesn't matter what it was. If your parents paid good money for it, you're going.
Absolutely.
There is absolutely no doubt about that. I've worked for a family that for many, many years had their children do Irish step dancing.
Yeah.
They went to the Nationals, to Ireland. They went to England. I met them in England. I was no longer their nanny. Fabulous to see. The minute that oldest child hit the age where she could make her own decision, she's like, I want out, Mom.
Okay. Did she enjoy it while she was there, though?
She was pushed into it a lot.
Yeah.
Her mother was not going to take no for an answer because this is something you started, and I think it's something you need to keep doing.
Yeah.
So she was pushed into it. Did she enjoy it at that time? I think she did, and then she'd had enough.
Okay.
I think if you paid for it, children will learn from this.
Yeah.
You know what? They'll think about their choice better the next time.
Right.
And then they'll make that decision.
Yeah, instead of being all over the place. Like, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try this. Just stay in one thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't worry, just master it or have fun at it. Just go for it. I really loved exploring this with you and our audience right now.